Ever feel like you're just a small cog in a giant machine, totally overlooked? Well, today we're diving into a story about someone who felt exactly that, but ended up saving an entire nation. Get ready for the incredible life of Mordecai. Our story begins in the heart of the Persian Empire, in the capital city of Susa. Mordecai was a Jewish man, part of a community living in exile. He wasn't a king or a general, he was just a regular guy, a minor official who sat at the king's gate. But he had a huge heart. After his uncle passed away, he adopted his young cousin, Hadassah, and raised her as his own daughter. You might know her by another name, Esther. When King Xerxes was looking for a new queen, Esther's beauty caught the eye of the royal scouts. Mordecai, ever the protector, advised her to keep her Jewish identity a secret for her own safety. It was a tough call, but one he felt was necessary in a foreign land. Esther was chosen as queen, and suddenly, this ordinary family was connected to the highest level of power. But Mordecai didn't ask for riches or titles. He just continued his simple life at the king's gate, always keeping a watchful eye on his beloved Esther. One day, while on duty, Mordecai overheard two of the king's guards plotting to assassinate King Xerxes. Without a second thought, he reported the plot through Queen Esther. The traitors were caught and executed, and Mordecai's loyalty was recorded in the royal chronicles. And then, nothing. No reward, no promotion, not even a thank you. He was just a footnote in a history book, seemingly forgotten. Have you ever done the right thing and gotten zero recognition? It's frustrating, right? Well, Mordecai just kept showing up to his post day after day. Things took a dark turn with the rise of a man named Haman. He was the king's top advisor, arrogant and power-hungry. The king commanded everyone to bow down to Haman, but Mordecai refused. As a devout Jew, he would only bow to God. This wasn't about being stubborn. It was about staying true to his faith. Haman was furious. His pride was so wounded that he decided not just to destroy Mordecai, but to annihilate all the Jews in the Persian Empire. He manipulated the king, got a decree signed, and set a date for the genocide. It was a terrifying moment. Despair swept through the Jewish community. Mordecai was heartbroken. He tore his clothes and mourned publicly, a sign of deep grief and desperation. This is where his story pivots from quiet integrity to courageous action. He knew there was only one person who could possibly intervene, Queen Esther. He sent a message to her, urging her to go before the king and plead for their people. Esther was terrified. Approaching the king without being summoned was punishable by death, even for the queen. She hesitated, reminding Mordecai of the immense risk. And this is the moment that defines Mordecai. He sent back a message that echoes through history. Do not think that, because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place. But you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. Wow. Talk about a powerful pep talk. He reminded her that her position wasn't just for luxury, it was for a purpose. He challenged her to use her influence for good, to be the hero their people needed. His words gave Esther the courage she needed. She agreed to risk her life, asking Mordecai and all the Jews to fast and pray with her. While Esther was preparing to face the king, a little miracle happened. One night, the king couldn't sleep. To pass the time, he asked for the royal chronicles to be read to him. And what story did they randomly open to? The one about Mordecai, uncovering the assassination plot and never being rewarded. The king, suddenly aware of this oversight, decided to honor him. The very next morning, Haman arrived at the palace, eager to get the king's permission to hang Mordecai on the gallows he built. But before he could speak, the king asked him, what should be done for the man the king delights to honor? Haman, thinking the king meant him, described the lavish public ceremony. Imagine his shock when the king said, great, go and do all that for Mordecai the Jew. The irony is just incredible. Haman had to lead his sworn enemy through the city streets, shouting his praises. In the end, Esther exposed Haman's wicked plot to the king. Haman was executed on the very gallows he had built for Mordecai. The king reversed the decree of destruction and gave the Jews the right to defend themselves. Mordecai was elevated to second in command, taking Haman's place. From a forgotten gatekeeper to the prime minister of the empire, Mordecai's story is a powerful reminder that integrity matters, even when no one is watching. It shows that you don't have to be born into greatness to achieve it. His quiet faithfulness, his courage to stand for his beliefs, and his wisdom to inspire others changed the course of history. He's proof that sometimes the most overlooked people are the ones who make the biggest difference. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as inspiring as I do, hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories from history. See you next time.